matters concerning teenagers. We interact, we have some fun, we vibe, and we learn. I am your host, your favorite auntie, Auntie Onyi. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube, all at Aneke TV. But before we continue, Kanu Promise is standing by to entertain us with his beautiful songs. Kanu, over to you.
Aqua, water. Water is life. Ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt.
Hello guys, my name is Carlo Promise and I'm here to entertain you with one of my beautiful songs. Guy. Yeah. Omo na wetin I see be they make me shout sky, and the way she dey whine be they make me want buy. Baby come to my place, make me wine and dine. Yeah. Even if na money I go pay for your body, and we fit today like Romeo and Julie. If loving you na crime, walai I go commit yo. Oh yeah, permit me to be your lover. I swear walai I no go make you sober. Even if na rubber I go spend them on you, and if I offend, baby be go forgive. Because now only you they make my pain relieve. Anything you want I go do one for you. Even if na Jalingo, baby we go follow go my love, and we go ride until we can. I hope you guys enjoy this beautiful song of mine. I'm now handing over to Princess to take you on the segment Entertainment Gist.
Aqua, water. Water is life. Ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. We came from water, we need water, and sometimes when words fail and hearts break, only water falling from our eyes or washing over our skin can heal.
Thank you, Carlo Promise. I hope you enjoyed his music today. Hi viewer, my name is Annie Princess, but you can equally call me your gistmate. Today on Entertainment Gist, I will be telling you about Emanuela. And when I say Emanuela, I mean Emanuela of Makenja's comedy. I know most of you have watched Makenja's comedy, in which Emanuela featured in most of their skits. Emanuela, whose real name is Emanuela Samuel, is a Nigerian child actress and comedian who was born on July 22, 2010, into the family of Mr. James and Mrs. Cynthia Samuel. She is from Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Emanuela rose to fame at the tender age of 5 after starring in Makenja's comedy skits in YouTube. Emanuela has won several awards, including the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award for the Favorite African Child Star. She also received a recognition award from the Mayor of Brampton, Canada, Peter Brown, for her outstanding contribution to the creative industry. According to some sources, Emanuela's net worth estimates over $2 million, though this figure is not yet verified. Emanuela's energetic and humorous performances made her a beloved figure in African entertainment. Thank you, Carlo Promise, once again. I hope you enjoyed my gist today. Same next week, same station, same time. Be ready for another Berekete gist of another teen celebrity. I am still your gist mate, Annie Princess, and now I will be handing over to Auntie Chinaza for your health tips.
Aqua, water. Water is life. Ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. We came from water, we need water, and sometimes when words fail and hearts break,
Thank you, Princess. Of course, I'm very ready. Now, we're going into the health tip segment. Hi viewer, my name is Ubu Chinaza and I'll be taking you guys on the health tip segment. Today, we're going to be discussing sleep. Yes, sleep. Sleep is a very critical component of our overall health and well-being. During sleep, the body undergoes various processes that helps restores and rejuvenates the overall health, our overall body. So now, what some of the processes that we undergo during sleep are: 1, tissue repair and regeneration; 2, immune system function. During sleep, our immune system is strengthened by the production of cytokines, which help to fight off infections. Yes. Another function that happens during sleep is the brain function. During sleep, our brain rests very well, rests properly. So during sleep, cognitive functions such as concentration, decision making, and most especially memory occurs. So we shouldn't play with our sleep time. Now we're going to be moving over to the tips to help us get better sleep. 1, we must avoid screen times before bed. Yes, I know a lot of us like playing video games and all that, but before sleep time, make sure you avoid screens, because the blue lights from screen reduce the melatonin production and makes it harder to fall asleep. So it is advisable to avoid screen time at least 1 hour before bedtime. Secondly, you must stick to your sleep schedule. You must sleep and wake up the same time every day. When you do so, it helps to regulate your body's internal clock and improves your sleep. Thirdly, you must limit caffeine and nicotine consumption. These stimulants disrupt sleep patterns and makes it harder to fall asleep. 4, you must avoid heavy meals before bedtime. Eat a light dinner and avoid going to bed hungry or stuffed, because this makes it harder to fall asleep and disrupt our sleep patterns. And finally, relaxation techniques. Techniques such as deep breathing exercises, mindfulness, meditations, and stuff like that, they really help to reduce stress and improve the quality of our sleep. So, as I said earlier, sleep is very, very essential. It's very important to our body. So, make sure you prioritize your sleep time by creating a conducive environment for sleep and sticking to your sleep schedule. By doing this, you wake up every day strong and healthy to face the day. So, until I come your way next time, I still remain Miss Chinaza. Remember that your health is wealth. Prioritize it. Now, I'll be handing over to Miss Onye to take us on the rest of the show.
Aqua, water. Water is life, ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. We need water, and sometimes, when words fail and hearts break, only water, falling from our eyes or washing over our skin, can heal what language cannot.
Thank you so much, Nada, for that lovely health tip. And I'm sure you have learned to drop your phone at night. It's not when it's time to sleep, that's when you remember that there's a text you need to reply to. Well, today you have learned to drop that phone and sleep. That is a very beautiful health tip by Tinaza. Thank you so much, Tinaza. And now, this is the discussion segment. Joining me in the studio today, by my immediate left is,
Hi viewer, my name is Chidilbe. Welcome to the show.
and
Good day, everyone. My name is Chigole. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, I'm Kalista. Stay tuned.
alright, you guys are welcome to the show. Alright, diving into what we have today. I don't know if you've been in a situation where you feel like you're not enough, a situation where you feel like you're not able to do those things you want to do. Well, if you're in that situation, then you are at the right place. Today's topic will be directed towards building self-confidence. And I do not know what that means to you. Chidi. What does self-confidence mean to you?
Okay, self-confidence means believing in yourself, trusting your abilities, and knowing your worth. And I would want to say a little about knowing your worth because when it comes to this topic, it's something that is very crucial. So, knowing your worth means understanding that you have value, you deserve to be respected, you deserve to be treated well. And when you understand this, you won't give people the chance to treat you anyhow, and you won't feel inferior or intimidated when you are with a particular group of people.
Okay, from what you said knowing your self-worth
Yeah.
is self-confidence.
No, I'm saying that knowing your self-worth helps you
Okay, to
build your self-confidence.
Okay, rating yourself from 1 to 10, how would you rate your self-confidence?
I would say a solid 7.
A solid 7. Okay, why is that?
Yeah, because I've learned to believe myself even when things doesn't work out the way I plan. I believe that self-confidence isn't the total absence of fear. It's about doing it even in the midst of fear, trying it out in the midst of fear. And I've
Alright.
come to that extent.
Wow, that's beautiful. Chidiwe, what about you? Rating yourself 1 to 10, where would you rate yourself, your self-confidence?
I will rate myself 8 over 10 because I will like to recognize the areas where I can improve and also learn.
So 8 is actually a big mark. Oh. Are you aware of that? My own is 5. My own is 5 because self-confidence, like she said, building, let's not forget the topic. So do you think self-confidence is inborn or do we build self-confidence?
Okay, self-confidence can be what you build by you wake up one day and you say that I would like for myself to be built, like I want to build my behaviors, I want to build my characters. That is, I want to build my esteem. I want to have a self-esteem. And emphasizing on the other part, self-confidence can be also what you are brought up with. That is what you are born with.
Okay, you believe that self-confidence is also inborn.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not something you just come out and say, okay, but there are actually people that do not have self-confidence, like they don't trust themselves to do things. I've been in a class, they'll say, who can answer this question? And I will shrink. Those days, I used to have zero self-confidence, like, you cannot find me anywhere. I don't know about you, but I did not grow having self-confidence. All right, it's not something I grew up with. I don't know about you, but I feel self-confidence is more like building. Though we have people who are, when they are so agile, actually, even though it's kind of like their temperament. So for you now, well, we have already created this broad space that you said, according to you, it's not me that said, according to you, you said you build your self-confidence, and your perspective is
You build it.
you build it, and you are agree with them too.
Yeah, yeah.
That means all of us, they did not born any of us with. Okay, so let's say you are building your self-confidence. How do you build it? Tell us how you built your self-confidence. I mean, you're not yet, you don't have any self-confidence.
When my debating club
Trust. You can something to a lot of teenagers out there. This is for you. If you've ever found yourself in a situation where you think you're not good enough, in a situation where you think you cannot trust yourself to do something, well, today's topic is building self-confidence. I want you to stay tuned as we talk about this topic using our own experience because we learn by other people's experience. So, to me, I feel like self-confidence is just total trust. You know, it kind of means trusting myself because if usually sometimes I don't trust people with some other things. I kind of trust myself 80% before trusting other people. But it does not just happen like that. It's a gradual thing. You're not you're not just so confident when you come out to this planet Earth. You build it. So what does I've told you what it means to me. Self-confidence means trusting myself. Now me get this. Your definition was very nice. But I want you to like bring it down a little more. You like just give me maybe using your experience. How did you discover what self-confidence is? Sorry, I'm reading that again. Using your experience, how would you tell us what will you describe self-confidence as? Maybe just one scenario.
Okay, growing up, I grew up so timid.
Okay.
Yes, I was a timid girl. When my parents take me to a birthday party, I can't even stand up because I'm always shy. I feel like other children, they are much better than me. I feel like, I'm ugly. These children are very beautiful. They are wearing bun shorts because growing up, my parents didn't get all those stuffs for us. We just wear skirts, gown. So when I go out, I see little children wearing those kind of clothes, and I'm like, oh God, these girls, these kids are higher than me, and it killed my self-esteem. It really did harmed my self-esteem. So when I discovered how important self-confidence was when I entered secondary school. Then my sister was the president of the debating club. So I saw how she debated, I saw how she spoke audibly. I saw how she came up to the assembly ground to speak. And I'm like, I really like this. I'll start building my self-confidence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. How did you build your own self-confidence, Chidi Ruby? Or hold on, let me not judge you. I hope you have self-confidence.
Yes.
Okay, tell us how you built your own.
I remember when I was called to represent my class in a quiz. So it's not like I couldn't represent my class, but I didn't know how to face the crowd and everything. So, but one thing in me made me, I was like, those people that used to represent one school or the other in any competition, I'll be like, did they have two head? So I have to try this. I have to give it a try. Then that's how I
That's where you picked
build
up.
it.
Wow. It's the realization for me. There's always a point in somebody's life when you realize that this is very important. And today, anyway, not today, but today again, I'm realizing that self-confidence is very, very important. Imagine being in a place where you are actually open to a lot of opportunities. Like you are faced with maybe a celebrity who can actually change your life, and you're supposed to do something. Shyness. And you're supposed to do something. Shyness might want to like finish you there. But imagine before that scenario, you had already built self-confidence. You come out and you give it a try. You might not really get it, right? But you just give it a try. Okay, moving ahead. Chigozie, rating yourself from 1 to 10. Where would you rate your self-confidence?
Actually, I will rate my self-confidence at the point of 7.
7. Okay, why is that?
The reason is because in my life, there are many things that I cannot do public, and there are some things that I can do public.
Oh, there are many things you cannot do publicly. I think 7 is actually a big number if you can't do some certain things publicly. 7 is a big number for a shy person. Please reduce your number. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, emphasizing on the singers today.
Okay.
Some may sing to a point, and remove their clothes.
Okay.
Not feeling shy or, not feeling somehow. How will people say, how people...
I'm starting to get your points now. You actually drove me out of the past. Continue.
Okay. Me saying that there is some things that I cannot do publicly is that I cannot allow myself to be shamed publicly. That is, I cannot come on the road and dress like a madman. I cannot come to a stage and sing to a point or talk to a point of bringing out my shoes out or removing my clothes.
Okay.
Then things that I can do publicly is I can come up to the stage and say a word, even though not hearing about the murmurs that comes from the crowd. I can be sure that even though I made a mistake, that I will somehow cover up the discussion or what I'm saying about.
All right. Let me have your own rates. From 1 to 10, rate yourself.
I'll still say a solid 7.
7. Okay.
Yes.
Another big number. Go on.
I say 7 because I'm still training my self-confidence. And I also say 7. 7 might sound big, and that's because I've learned how to believe myself. I've learned to believe myself no matter what. I really love this topic because growing up, I dealt with timidity. It got to a point during I think I was 16 then, where I needed people's approval so much. For instance, then, if I have something to post, maybe a write-up or a content, maybe just a video, if a particular set of people don't like that video, I will delete it immediately. Because I feel like if this person doesn't like this video, it means that I did rubbish. It means that this video doesn't make sense. So it affected me a lot. But at the point, I told myself, I don't owe this person. Self-confidence is a journey. You build it. I see it as a seed that you water with practice and other necessary things. So it doesn't start in a day. It's a gradual process, something that you build gradually. And I had to tell myself, if you post anything, you are not deleting it till it just goes up by itself. So that's why I chose 7. Yeah.
Okay, she said something. She said there are some people who she's looking up, like there are some people she wants their approval.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever she posts a content on her social media platforms. So I think that is an effect, something that pulls down your self-confidence, don't you think?
Yeah.
So can you tell us about something that pulls down your self-confidence?
I think I could remember when a test is given in class, then I would know the answer. I would know the correct answer to that question, but I won't have the confidence,
courage to answer the question.
Yeah.
What about you, Chigozie? What pulls down your confidence rate?
Actually, there are many things that pulls down someone's confidence.
I'm not talking about someone. Your confidence.
Okay, my confidence.
Self-confidence.
There are
Wetin dey
many
pull am down?
things. But the point that I'll be driving to is comparison.
Okay.
Comparison by John can be a hindering point to your self-confidence. That is, it can be something that pulls down your self-confidence. Let me say you come to school and you look up to your class prefect and you see people praising him and saying that this boy knows this one, this boy can do this boy can do this. But if a teacher asks a question in a class, you cannot answer the question, because you know that if you answer the question, people may start comparing you with your class prefect. Like one day, they asked us, that was the first time we were offering chemistry. So they asked us, what is chemistry? Although that I know what is chemistry, but I would not like for me to be like, I would not like to be compared with my class prefect. But what shocked me that day was
a thing hit me that I answered the question, and the boy answered too, but they rate me higher than him. So comparison can also hinder.
So for you think that comparison pulls down your self-worth, your confidence rates? Thank you so much, Chogozi. But before we continue, let us join Ugu Ifoma on the streets as she lets us know about the teenagers' view about this topic. We'll be right back.
Can heal what language cannot. Aqua, water. Water is life, ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. We need water, and sometimes, when words fail and hearts break, only water, falling from our eyes or washing over our skin, can heal what language cannot.
Hi viewer, my name is Miss Ugwifoma. Welcome to Teens Fun Hub on Aneke TV. I'm on the street today to know the take of my fellow teenagers on the topic building self-confidence. Come along with me.
Okay, there are a lot of things I know about self-confidence. Like one of them is that you always believe in yourself, like you have a strong belief in your capability. You don't have to like start comparing yourself to other people. Like you know that you are capable of doing more and being more than what people think you are. That you don't always compare yourself to other people. You see yourself as a unique person. Yeah, like you can do something.
Wow, that's very nice, Mr. Philip. Thank you very much. And you teenagers, I hope you heard and listened and learned from what he just said. Thank you.
Well, if you want to build your self-confidence, you can't just let someone make you feel down. You can't just let someone make you feel depressed. You believe in yourself. You know what you can do. You know your potentials. If someone tells you you can't do this, just don't believe. You just believe in yourself. Just know. Just say, okay, let me try. Let me try. Let me try. I know if I can do this. Let me try. I know if I do it, whether it will work out, whether it will be okay. You can't just let someone say, hey, you can't do this. You are not good for it. You are too bad. You are not enough to do it. Don't listen to the person. It brings low self-esteem. Just give yourself that high self-esteem. Don't let it get too high. Don't let it be inflated, but don't let it be low. Give yourself high self-esteem. Make sure you know that you can do it. Just believe in yourself. Be courageous and do what you can. And I believe at the end you come out progressive.
Wow, that's very nice. Thank you so much, Kamsi. Miss Kamsi, thank you so much for this explanation. And I hope you teenagers out there heard and learned from what she says. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Bye.
Welcome back. We've heard it all from the teenagers out there, but we continue right here in the studio. Um, let's just forge ahead. We have already spoken about these things that affect our self-confidence, and you said something about comparison, right? You said something about you looking at other people doing something and feel like you got motivated by other people's actions, right? And I can't remember what you said precisely, but um, let's just continue from there. Now that we have spoken about these things that drain our self-confidence, let's now talk about the things that actually boost them. Who are these people that help boost your self-confidence? What are these things that help boost your self-confidence? Let's start from you, Kalista.
Okay, one of the things that helps to boost our self-confidence is believing in yourself. Believing in yourself, regardless of people's opinion. Yeah.
Okay. Agoze, can I hear your own take on that?
Okay, one of the things that can help to boost your self-confidence is actually watching people who have gone far in life.
Watching people
Who have gone far in life. There are some people that, somebody like Nelson Mandela now, in his own turn or in his own tenure, some people were telling him that he cannot go that far, that he cannot make it great in life. But as a person who has already gone far or built far on his self-confidence, he ignored them. So I am one of his followers. That is why I am able today to build my self-confidence.
Okay. What about you, Chidebube?
I think one of the things that boosts self-confidence is being around people that support you. That is positive. That gives you positive influence. That makes you feel better. Not being people around you that makes you feel inferior. And also, I think that family and your good friends can help because they will be the ones encouraging you.
All right, thank you so much for that. I want to make a very clear point. Building self-confidence is something that is very intentional. But sometimes we're not even aware that it's intentional. For instance, I want to do something and I'm already having this feeling, I cannot do this thing. In my head, nothing's going to come out and say you have low self-esteem and confidence, something like that. So, but now that we have realized, sorry, now that we have realized that self-confidence is very important, I think it's high time we started putting our minds into this. It's high time we start thinking about it. And like they said, she said something that is very, very important. The people you surround yourself with, these people contribute to your self-confidence. Imagine you want to be intelligent in class. You know you are not, the Badu, but you want to. And the people that surround you are all these people that used to, once it's break time, if they are not in the canteen, I do not say eating is bad. If they are not in the canteen, in fact, they are not. You cannot find them in reasonable places. They are not doing things that will actually help them. So I love this point she made, which is very, very important. All right, let's move on to the next question. So, what would you tell someone who's actually finding it difficult to build his or her self-esteem? Those teenagers out there, most of them are having difficulties building their self-esteem. So what would you tell them? Because we are here to educate them. So what's your advice to these teenagers?
Okay, as I said before, self-confidence is not something that is built in a day. It takes time. It's just like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So firstly, you have, as she said, you have to surround yourself with people that gives positive vibes, with people that encourage you. Then you have to leave your comfort zone. You have to go out, meet new people, talk with people, learn new things. Then sometimes you have to take the risk. If you are someone that is so shy, one day just raise up your hand in the class, try and answer questions. All these things can really help. And if you're the kind of person that people really look down on, people tell you all sorts of negative things, learn how to talk to yourself. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, I'm great. I'm a great woman. My future is bright. You understand? So that's some of the ways to build self-confidence.
At first, I used to think talking to yourself in the mirror was weird, but I finally found out that that's one of the best things you can ever do to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. I mean, somehow coincidentally, this morning I was watching a video. I can't remember the woman's name, but she said something and I actually appreciated it so much. She said, every day look yourself in the mirror and appreciate what you see. What do you see? Yourself. That brings a consciousness to your mind that you have value, you are somebody.
Yeah.
It helps you to build your ability. Okay, let me just bring it down. Let's say that okay, what do you do in your church?
Okay, I'm a lay reader.
Okay, let's say you are a lay reader, right? And you just entered for the first time, right? How was your first rendition in church?
It was weird. Like, I was so afraid. The first time I read in the church, I felt like I felt like drowning. Like I felt the ground open, so I'll sink inside because I couldn't stand the numbers of the congregation looking at me.
They were looking at you, so like the eyes were going to shoot you.
I swear.
Okay, but how did you later overcome this thing? Because currently you are still a lay reader in church.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome this fear?
Okay, as I was going on, I learned that if I continue like this, I don't think I can actually become that leader. So I had to tell myself that I can do better, I can do more, because I saw my colleagues also were doing good. So I told myself that I can actually do better, and that's how I
You know, this
improved.
self-confidence of a thing, it actually has so many importance. I found out that when you're not confident about something you are bringing out, for instance, you are a producer or you work in a manufacturing company, and we like have maybe two different companies handling the same product. So when you're not confident, do you know sometimes people don't really make, they don't really produce things that are they don't really produce good things like that reaches the standard of what they're actually telling people. But sometimes people's confidence actually, let's say, the confidence in which they like sell that product gives them a hinge, it gives them an edge, right? So thank you so much for sharing that lovely experience. Now I want you to know, I was trying to derive something from what she said. We were talking about looking at yourself in the mirror and appreciating who you are. So when you have appreciated who you are, when you have appreciated your value, it's very important to note those things that you are not really good at. Note them and start working on them. Don't just sleep over them. Don't just sleep over them. When you note them, make sure you start somewhere, because this world is full of competition. And as teenagers, we are in a building stage. We're in a stage where we are building. So self-confidence is one of the things we have to build into this big house. Okay? So, and on a final note, Chigozie, what do you have to tell the teenagers out there on self-confidence?
Okay, I'll have to tell them that one way you can build your self-confidence is by looking for a correct mentor. One, you cannot go to somebody that doesn't know how to speak publicly to be your mentor. You cannot go to someone who insults people anyhow to be your mentor. Because one thing that can deground you or bring you down are insults that comes from your elder. Let me say you pass an elder one day and greet her, and she says, look at you, look at how your life is. You don't dress well, you don't groom yourself very well. You see that tomorrow you will not be able to face that elder to explain to him or her how life has been for you. And also, if you want to make a mentor, or you want to find somebody that can mentor you very, very well, then you have to look for a person that you are sure that can explain what confidence is all about. Somebody that has confidence also, because you cannot look for things that you know that are supposed to be there why they are not there. You cannot look for an oil in a cup that you know that there is no oil there.
Okay.
That is also how you cannot look for confidence in a mentor that doesn't know what actually confidence is all about.
All right, thank you so much, Chigozie, for that lovely advice. Okay, let's hear from you, Chidibubu. What's your advice to teenagers out there still struggling to build their self-confidence?
Okay, my advice to those out there that struggle to with confidence is that they should try to believe in themselves first, as she said. They should also, make small wins, and they should also appreciate their efforts, no matter how small it may be. And they should also be willing to take the risks. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Chidibubu, for that lovely one. Let's also hear from you, Kalista.
Okay, my advice to teenagers is trust yourself, believe in yourself. Always say to yourself, I can do this. I read an article yesterday about a lady, and award-winning athlete. I can't remember her name from under States. So she was saying that during her preparation, nobody believed in her. Nobody trusted her. The people just told her that a Nigerian can't win that competition, that particular competition. But this young lady didn't give up. She kept on practicing, and guess what? 2022, she won. I also read about a man that learned how to make clothes. So, according to him, when he opened his shop, people didn't trust him. People didn't come. People never came to his shop bringing clothes because they felt like he's new in this particular area. He can't deliver well. But this man kept on making clothes. That's confidence. That's an evidence of confidence in what you are doing. And one of the heartbreaking thing about self-confidence is that parents, friends can also bring pressure. There are parents that bring a whole lot of that, lead their children into having low self-esteem. Some kids are lucky to be born in a very supportive family where your parents, they praise you in every little thing you do. They encourage you to do more even when you make little mistakes. But on the other hand, there are people that saw themselves in families that are not encouraging at all. They are not encouraging, they don't believe in you. They always abuse you, they always insult you, any little mistake you make. And one of the effects is that such kids, they don't like trying new things because they always like, if I fail this, my mom will shout at me, my dad will shout at me, and I will even feel down. So, and to keep a balance, sometimes it's not the parents' fault. I feel like this is a mindset something. So parents, you are born in, maybe, imagine a mother who was raised up in a wretched family. She struggled to go to school. She struggled so much growing up. There is something that it does to the mindset. Some parents, they don't believe that their children can go to an extent because of the past experience they had growing up. So I know a mother that um, never believes that her daughter would go to an extent. She would allow this girl, she would support this girl when this girl says something like, Mommy, I want to apply for this particular sales girl job. She would support it. Mommy, I want to join the cleaning team, like sweeping Mary. She'd be like, good, go. Even our government has increased the salary. Just go. But when this girl says something like, Mommy, please, I want to study medicine. I want to go up. She'd be like, what? Are you okay? How can you do that? You that cannot even write common compound in chemistry. How can you do that? It's really bad. But one thing is that you can't help it. You can't change her. So you need just to tell yourself, always remind yourself, that self-talk. Tell yourself, I can do this. I won't end up like my mom. I won't end up like my parents. I have something in me. And the funny thing is that this girl is so intelligent. She can actually study that medicine. And the parents are business people, so they can train her. But just that they don't believe that someone from their family can go above that standard. So just talk to yourself, encourage yourself. Remember, nobody owns you. You are the owner of your life. Help yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. But like she just said, nobody owns you. Self-confidence is not a perfect game we play here. Self-confidence is a daily thing. We build ourselves every day. We have our flaws, but the main thing is to become, and the main thing is to remain real to yourself. Be proud of who you are and groom yourself. Thank you so much for joining us on today's discussion segment. Until next time, stay tuned as we bring you so much more fun and interactive and educative topics on this segment. Standing by is Ugu Ifoma, who will take us on the past heroes and their histories. Thank you.
Aqua, water. Water is life. Ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. Aqua, water. Water is life. Ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, To adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. We need water, and sometimes when words fail and hearts break, only water falling from our eyes or washing over our skin can heal what language cannot.
Hi viewer, I'm still your historian Ubu Ifoma. I hope you enjoyed the information I gave you on Oyeka Owenu on the last segment on last week. And today, I'm going to talk about Mrs. Margaret Ekpo. Margaret Ekpo was a trailblazing Nigerian women's rights activist, social mobilizer, and pioneering female politician, born on 27 July in 1914 in Creektown, Cross River State. She was of Igbo and Efik heritage. Her father, Okorafor Obia Solo, who passed on when she was 20, forcing her to put her education on hold after completing Standard 6. Despite this setback, she pursued further education, earning a diploma in domestic economics from the Wrightman School of Domestic Economics in Dublin, Ireland in 1948. Politics and activism. Margaret Ekpo's entry into politics was accidental. By representing her husband at meeting, discussing colonial administrators and treatment of Nigerian doctors. This sparked her passion for activism, and she went on to establish the Aba Township Women Association in 1954, which later became a powerful political pressure group, won a seat in the Eastern Regional House of Assembly, becoming the first Aba woman to attain this achievement. Fight for women's rights, including economic and political empowerment, improve infrastructure, and prevention from violence. Collaborate with other prominent women such as Fumilayo Ransom Kuti to advocate for women's rights and independence from colonial rule. Legacies and honor. Calabar Airport was renamed Margaret Ekpo's International Airport in 2001. Ekpo's refectory at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, was named in her honor. She was awarded the National Officer of the Order of Niger and Commander of the Order of Federal Republic of Nigeria. She is the life patron of Council of Women's Societies. Death. Margaret Ekpo passed on 21st September in 2006, leaving behind a legacy as a pioneering female politician and a champion of women's rights in Nigeria. And this is the end of my segment for today. I hope you are galvanized by the information I gave you about Margaret Ekpo. Until next week, stay tuned on this segment, Do You Know, on Teens Fun Hub on Aneke TV. Now, I'm going to hand over to Ms. Chidebube, who is going to take you on Do You Know segment. Over to you, Ms. Chidebube.
Water. Water is life. Ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. We need water, and sometimes when words fail and hearts break, only water falling from our eyes or washing over our skin can heal what language cannot.
Welcome viewers, still your girl Chidi Ebube, and I'm going to be taking you on this segment, Do You Know? Hope you had an amazing time last week, where I discussed about a type of fungus that can actually turn insects into zombies. Today, I'll be sharing an amazing one with you. Do you know that there's a type of jellyfish that is immortal? I bet you don't know that, and I'm going to be glad to enlighten you a little about that. The immortal jellyfish, scientifically known as Turritopis dorni, is a type of jellyfish that can actually reverse its aging process and potentially live indefinitely. Turritopis dorni is a small jellyfish measuring about 4.5 millimeters in diameter and height. It has a bell-shaped body with up to 90 delicate tentacles extending from its edges. Its body is translucent, allowing its red bright belly to be visible. Now, about the life cycle of this jellyfish. Turritopis journey begins its life as a free-swimming larva called a planula. As it settles down, it gives rise to a colony of polyps attached to the seafloor. The medusa also bored into the jellyfish. When the medusa is stressed, starving, or injured, it can revert back to its polyp stage through a process called transdifferentiation. This unique process allows the jellyfish to transform its adult cells back into stem-like cells or polyp cells. This transformation enables the jellyfish to regrow itself into a new polyp, essentially resetting its life cycle. Watch out more Do You Know segment here on Teens Fun Hub. Hope you had an amazing time. Keep a day with me next week. Still your sweetheart, Chidi Ebube. Now over to Auntie to continue with the show. Thank you.
Aqua, water. Water is life. Ancient, sacred, pure. It remembers creation and carries cleansing. It can be calm or it can rage, but it always moves. Aqua teaches us to be soft yet strong, to adapt yet remain, to flow around obstacles yet shape even the hardest stone. We came from water. We need water. And sometimes, when words fail and hearts break, only water falling from our eyes or washing over our skin can heal what language cannot.
Thank you so much, Chidebube, for that wonderful rendition. I really enjoyed myself today. And that brings us to a wrap on today's edition, 14th Fun Hub on Aneke TV. Please don't stop tuning into our Aneke TV every Saturday as we bring you with loads of entertaining and engaging packages. Stay tuned to Aneke TV. Follow us on our social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube, or at Aneke TV. Until then, I remain your host, Auntie Onyi. Remember to stay safe and be confident. Bye.